Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kat, and today I am doing another 5 super specific book recs video. So this is a series that I do whenever I have a group of 5 books that I think fit really well into like a trope, a genre, whatever that I really like. So I will leave the playlist linked down below, and it's very varied. So if you're looking for something specific, you might find it there. Today we are doing dark sad girl books, magical realism edition, because I'm also building eco-dystopian editions for both sad girl and sad boy, and I'm not quite there yet. So that will be later, probably on in the year. Today we're gonna do the sad girl edition because I just finished a book which I think fits this so perfectly, and it kind of gave me this idea to do the sad girl, which I have seen floating around, but also that it be magical realism, and for me to hunt down the books which just have that kind of surreal, a little bit weird vibe, and have very sad girls. So the book I'm talking about is So Witches We Became by Jill Baguchinsky. This comes out July 23rd, and I believe I'm posting this video on July 23rd. So I really recommend this book. It is really good. I have read 2 excellent YAs this year so far, and this is one of them. We are following, the main character is Nell, and she's the introvert of her friend group, and she is going on a island vacation with 3 other of her friends. And then one of their brothers who's acting as chaperone. And they are staying at this Airbnb on an island, which is kind of like attached to the mainland. So it's not like a really far away island. It's just like this little private island type situation when things start to go down. So this is a feminist retelling of, I think, The Mist by Stephen King. I've never read that and I don't care about that. But this has epic, like, closed room, only it's like trapped on an island. It's a survival story. It has a lot of female rage, and what happens is, like, Nell realizes that there is a shadow creature which is stalking her, and it will only leave her alone and leave her friends alone if she sings it this really creepy lullaby that she knows. And as 2 boys come to the island who are awful, terrible human beings, the island, which was slumbering, is gonna come to life and put them all in danger and seek, like, blood and revenge. Obviously, I like to bring to your attention books which are more obscure, but for more common books that you might know in this vein, think Wilder Girls and then Sawkill Girls. Those were both, this would fit perfectly as like a modern trio, but So Witches We Became just came out, so it only has like 42 reviews at the time that I'm filming, and I'm gonna give you 4 more recommendations in this kind of situation where it's like things are dark, there's some magical realism, and the girls are sad. And sometimes dealing with it, and sometimes just moving through life being sad. So next up, I want to talk about Heartbreaker by Claudia Day. I feel like no one ever talks about this. It is a super weird little gem of a book. It's in 3 parts, 3 point of views, a girl, a boy, and a dog. And this is following a girl whose mother goes missing, and she wants to find out what happened to her mother. The thing about this that makes it so interesting is that it's set on this, they're not a cult, but kind of they're stopped in time by themselves willingly. So it's like all these people who were hippy dippies, and they were on a bus traveling around the country, and then one day they set down roots and they decided to just keep the town and everyone there stuck in the 1980s. So everyone is like dressed in 80s fashion, they listen to 80s music, all the cars are from the 80s. So it's like a time warp to the 1980s. And this girl Pony is there with her mother and the dog, and then suddenly her mother goes missing, and she's like trying to figure out what happened, and she's trying to like look all around the town, and dark things are uncovered as she snoops around. So yeah, I feel like this one is never talked about, and I had a great time with it. The next one I want to talk about is one of the prettiest covers that I have like in all of my books. This is The Seas by Samantha Hunt. Just stunning. And this is about a girl who lives on the coast with her family, and she is convinced that her father is King Triton, like of the mer people, and that she needs to stay there so she can communicate with him when he finally comes to shore to get her. And at the same time, she has fallen in love with her much older male neighbor and is kind of pining after him. And so there's a lot of water imagery, and her mood is very depressive and kind of surreal. Like she's slipping in and out of reality, and maybe she needs some help. She should probably see someone, talk about things, but sadly there's like no help to be had. So this is, yeah, it's a book that slips back and forth between you being in awe of how beautiful it is and you being worried for her, because she is very much in pain and very sad, and it manifests in different ways. So the next one I want to talk about is Follow Me to Ground by Sue Rainsford. So this is very divisive. I know some people who loathed this book, and I loved this book. So we are following a father and a daughter, and they are not like other people. They're kind of the outsiders in the town, and it's for good reason. It's because they have the ability to open people up, like, and take out whatever ailments or bad organs they have, and then close them up again. And I think it's called The Cure, or The Ground Cure. And as you can tell, people, when they need them, appreciate them, but then people want nothing to do with them ordinarily. And we're following the young girl who is learning her father's trade when she encounters a guy, and she is kind of learning about relationships that are not like familiar relationships, but like, yeah, insider, outsider, woman, man. And she realizes he might not be that great, and she might have to cure him. And I just thought this was so weird and so wonderful. There's like one scene in particular where stuff is like written so beautifully. I love some weird stuff. So if that sounds interesting to you, check it out. Also check triggers on this one, because there are a few little things in here that if you're particularly sensitive to, I think you would not like it. All right, and the last one on my list that is the most popular reviewed one, I guess, is Eartheater by Dolores Reyes. This is about a young woman who can consume dirt and see visions of the people who were last at that location. So she's often brought jars of dirt to consume in order to help people find their missing loved ones, and it is like 99% always missing girls and women. So this book is really haunting and evocative, and a commentary on the killing of women in Argentina specifically. Like, girls and women just go missing all the time. And as the main character is drawn into more and more cases, it actually takes it out of her, because to experience the visions, she's experiencing like kidnapping, torture, and death like over and over as she's trying to help other people at the expense of herself. So this one is definitely one of the darker ones on this list, but I just found it really interesting and I couldn't look away. It's one of the things where it really drew me in and compelled me to the last page. So that is all for the sad girl list. Let me know what you think down below. Also, if you have recommendations, I would love to hear them. And the sad boy one will be coming out next week or the week after that. Yeah, I hope you're having a great day, and I will talk to you soon.